Oh, self-remember. Oh yeah. There comes a time. The whole wide world will welcome the rising sun. Here comes the time for everyone to see that what will be, will be. This is the time for you and I to stand together as one. Yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising, we shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. We spent our lives in pain and misery. Never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us slow. With what we've been through, we are far from being good, but we are blessed by Chukwuka Biama. So we're never gonna give up. We're never gonna give up. There'll be light in the wind of a tunnel. It will shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can cage us, nobody can stand us, yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising, we shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. The windows and curtains, green lights be revealing. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the black stripe, black strands crossing grey stripes. Clashes upon clashes, many lives turn to ashes. When I ponder and reminisce, the actions I see malice. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag all around the world. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag all around the world. We go carry the cross together. We walk through to Zion. We stumble, we rise. How the victory was done. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? I still wave your flag all over the world. Because the sun is rising, I see we shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. They will know, they will know, they will know. The sun is rising. Wave your flag anywhere you are. Yeah. It's just the sun is rising. It's just the sun is rising. Freedom, freedom, yeah. We are the sun, we are rising.
Hello, hello, dear friends. Good evening, good evening, dear friends, and wonderful people of freedom, people all over the world. You are highly welcome today on our program BTV Europe and on its other Jesus, Veronica. You are highly welcome today, and today we are moving on. And in today's topic, we're gonna discuss about genocide in Nigeria. Genocide in Nigeria is a reality and is a truth, okay? And the complicity of the Nigerian government, the authorities, towards this, towards genocide and towards, what is happening. The result is alarming and terrible. because that is indeed genocide. And today we're going to dive in, to explain, to talk about it, to discuss about it, and to tell the world the truth, to bring us to a point of truth, and that we're supposed to know. Okay, is there indeed genocide in Nigeria? Yes, of course, there is genocide in Nigeria, and it's been going on for a very long time, about 15 years, that this genocide is going on. It is really been on genocide by the Fulani bandits, by Boko Haram, by the Okada, by the ISIS. They are all there, and they have been delving and been killing and been destroying Christians. They have been doing a lot of harm, a lot of dehumanizing people in Nigeria. And in all these years, people have been crying out. We have been crying out. Nigerians have been crying out. Even if, as it looks now, as if maybe some people are being complacent about it, that they do not want to talk about it because they are afraid. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to accept the reality. But the reality is on. There is genocide. There have been genocide, and it still continues in the Christian areas. People dying every day by this very headsmen. The worst part of it is that they use headsmen. They use herdsmen as in disguise. They use herdsmen as in these guys that they are guiding their cattle, that are guiding their cows. And meanwhile, those people move into these areas. They move into communities. They move in at night while people are sleeping, while the communities are down asleep. They move in to burn them. Some people, some houses are burnt with people inside. That dead bodies, bones, everything will roast down to dust. You only see the skull. You see the remains of those people. They burn them to the point that you cannot recognize them. It's been going on in every part of Nigeria. It's been going on even in the north part of Nigeria, in the southwest, in the southeast. It's been on. It has been on. People have been calling. People have been calling. And the worst part of it is that the authorities are being silent about it. Let me start from somewhere before I get to other places. At least, let me start from Benue State first. From Benue State, at least when Governor Autumn was the then governor, Governor Autumn fought his ways, his 8 years, he fought it, crying, calling for the authorities to do something about this headsmen, about this Boko Haram, about those people. Because they were there every day and they were displaying people, they were destroying, they were killing. There is no kind of harm, there is no kind of dehumanization that they do not do. Autumn spent all his days, all his time, all his reign, all his ruling time calling on the authorities, challenging the government to do something about these killings. There is no, Autumn did a lot of things to protect his people, and people, so many of them, were displaced and were placed in IDP camps. What were the IDP camps doing if they do not have genocide? How can one leave his or her home one day to live in an IDP camp if they were not displaced, if they were not grossly killed? You can see dead bodies littered all around. Families, communities, A whole family, numbering from father, mother, children, aunties, uncles, and all that, cousins, that all have been terminated gruesomely by these people. They continued in so many places, so many areas, so many parts, down to Enugu, down to Ebonyi State. There have been, invasion of these communities. Is it in Enugu State? Is it in Ebonyi State? Is it where the churches, one of the churches, I think in the southeast, where they went and roasted and destroyed, they killed with knives. They have to butcher those people all alive while they were having their services. Is it communities? A lot of communities are being displaced in Enugu State, in Ebonyi State, southeast of Nigeria. People cry and they call to the authorities. The terrible part of it is that when you call on the authorities do not appear. The authorities do not give a damn. The police will not come, the army will not come, and sometimes they have these armies living around the places where they attack. They do not come. The annoying part of it and the painful part of it is that the people in power, when you call upon them, they remain silent. They do not talk about it. They do. When you call, when you report to them, they said it's headsman's clash. That is what they label it. But we all know that they are false reports. How could that be a headsman clash? They are clashing with whom? They are not clashing with anybody because the communities are all peaceful. These are farmers. These are people living in their home peacefully. These are people that are on their own peacefully. And mostly they go to the Christian areas, they go to the people that are indigenous. They want to wipe away them. And the moment they'll clear them, they take over the place. So, what are they trying to say? These killings are not one day. These killings are not 2 days. They happen in rows, in months, every day, in weeks. And in years, they have continued. In years, they have continued without ceasing, without stopping. And those people have carried it out in all the parts, even in Kaduna State. If people are saying, "Oh, there is nothing like genocide," because they are killing Muslims, are killing Christians. Do you know why? In Kaduna State, they have Christians, and they have killed a lot of Kaduna Reverend Fathers. There are record of Reverend Fathers. They are born, and the ones they born recently, they are doing it now and then. They are doing. It's been on and it's been on. At least even in the public domain, you can see those of them that have the courage. One of the house of pastors that is really crying out. It's not just one. There have been those that have courage, that have called on the authorities to do something about killing of these Christians. There have been, when they do it, you know why it looks as if it is maybe they want to close it, they want to tamper it, they want to pamper it as if, oh, they are killing the Muslims, including the Christians. No, these killings are set on a particular people, Christians, indigenous people. And when they do it, when they strike, maybe there are some people, because it is a community. Maybe in the community, you have, one or two Muslims that might be living around. But the fact is, terminate the Christians. The fact is, terminate the indigenous people that owns the land. This have been happening in years, and the authorities are not doing anything about it. Is it unjust? Unjust there have been every day, night and day strike out, that even there was this one that happened, that the communities had to carry the dead bodies of those people. They dump them inside vans, and they carry it to the government house, and they said the governor should eat it. If they cannot do anything, why are they keeping silent? It is not one, it is not two, it is not three, it is not four, it is not five. They are killing people in numbers, thousands. Thousands they are killing. Is it the one that happened recently? That who in the public domain do not know about Pastor Ezekiel Dashamore? He has been up there in Jos. He has buried and buried as many that he had to compile the names. These are not first. These are not lies. He had to compile the names in a particular area where he did a mass burial. These killings have been on. You can imagine how many thousands of Christians, how many thousands they have destroyed. If there are maybe some Muslims that are in, maybe a part of them were killed. These are innocent people that they live around where the Christians are living, while the church people are, doing their services, or they live around there. They happen to be victims, but the target is on Christian and indigenous people. And if you must say they are not happening, then what about a governor, Autumn, who has been, he was an authority, yes. At least he was talking about it. He was crying about it. He was openly crying about it, which is in the public domain. So it's not as if there has not been genocide. There have been. And the annoying part of it, you must say, what are the authorities and government doing about this? They were not doing anything. They remained silent. They remained silent. I remember in the southeast, where they come night and day, they rape our women, they rape old women, they rape young women, they kill pregnant women, they turn them alive, they bring out the fetus and they destroy them. Do you know the killings that were going on in Enugu State, in Ebonyi, that the women had to come out to protest? All the women of the land, they come out to protest that they are losing their husbands, that they are losing their lands, they are losing their farms. And what do? They locked up these women, they maltreated these women in the open field. What an eyesore. And after everything, they will say, oh, there was no genocide. If there was none, why were they protesting? Why were they crying out to those women? Why were the whole people, the masses were crying out? Why were the communities deserted? Why? And all of a sudden, in the south, you start having IDP camps in a country that the state is sovereign, in a country that the state is democratic, in a country where there is no war. But indeed, there is war, cold war. There is indeed manipulated war. It was going on within the communities, within the states. Remembered, if there were no genocide, but remembered some Catholic priests came out to protest that they would have been taken over by the bandits, that were taken over by the herdsmen, they were taken over by the terrorists. They protested around the whole state. Then what happened? What happened? And why were they protesting? Because they could no longer take it again. And they were protesting for the governors, for the government, for the authorities to do something. They were crying out for the government to come to their savior. But no. And the terrifying part of it is that none one of these bandits, terrorists, have been brought to book, have been persecuted, or should I say persecuted. You cannot name today that there is one bandit, one terrorist, one of them that have been brought to book, that have been penalized, that have been persecuted. There exists none. None of them. You can ask, oh, there is genocide. Who were killing them? They are joined together. The herdsmen, the Akada, the Boko Haram, they have been there doing this havoc, but none of them has been persecuted because the government is keeping quiet about it because they are no go area. Buhari said, a touch, when you touch a northerner, when you touch a terrorist, a headsman, a bandit, that you automatically touching the northerners. That means that they are their soldiers. And where were they covering them? Where were they protecting them? Such killings going on. And if there is no genocide, let me bring you into a remembrance. Let me get this memory back. In 2022, Mohammed Buhari or whatever, he gave an honorary award to one imam that rescued and kept Christians in his mosque. About 262 Christians he kept in his mosque so that they couldn't be killed by the terrorists themselves. And the man saved them. And Buhari had to give him an award in 2022. So if there were no killings, why the mention of that man's name? Why the protection of those Christians? Why would he have protected them? And why were they giving him honor? It is still in the public domain. It is still in the public domain. Why were people crying out that it becomes so difficult for people to move around? Because from killings and destroying Christians, what they do, they turn it to do what? They turn it to kidnapping and ransom. They kidnap from schools. They kidnap from different places. And ask me, all those children that have kidnapped from schools, have they returned them? No. Where are the children? If there is no genocide, you can see them how they rip the head of a man. They can cut a man the way a manner they destroy the rip off a head of people. You will wonder what kind of people, what kind of evil that lives in those people. Then you will wonder why they are doing it. You will ask why this genocide, why this killings, why this everyday killings and taking over the land. In some part of some states in Nigeria, they have taken over the land. They have killed and some people, you know, abandoned the community because there is no one in the communities, and they took it over, and some of them are taking levy. They are taking levy and ransom from the people. And the government that rules those areas, the governors, they know about it because they pay ransom to them, they negotiate with them, they know them, even they confessed in the public domain and the televisions and in their interviews that they know them. They are not hiding it. They didn't hide it. They do these killings and they get away with it. That the government have to negotiate with them. Then, if you say there is no genocide, you will ask, what happened? What did those people that they killed, the communities, the people, the churches, the burnt down? What did the churches do that they should be burnt down? What have those people done that they should be killed? When we're talking about people, we're not talking about thousands, we're talking about over than 52,000 people. And in these killings, they are not killing themselves. They are killing for a purpose that only them know why. If not, did we just start calling and calling that there are killings? Like we used to say, people are not cows that you can kill anyhow. People are not cows. These are people. These are indigenous Christian people. What did they do? Did they commit any crime? That their homes should be burnt, that their families should be taken over, that their houses should be burnt, that their lives should be taken? What was the purpose? Do you know that those people, in order to conquer the southeast, they had to come like the footmen, they are headsmen. And every day they are pushing, okay, that they should be, headsmen, that they should give them land, they should apportion them land, that they should be, give them allocation of lands. Meanwhile, those people are there to destroy, because these are the people that go into home, they kill anyhow. They enter your house when you challenge them because their cows are eating their people's farm. When the owners challenge them, they kill them off. When they meet people in the farm, they kill them off. They enter any community, they kill them off. They go into your forest, they stay there. You are no longer safe. Then what do they call it? What do they call it? A normal person cannot kill anyhow. A normal person who do not have a purpose, grow. We're talking about young men with what AK-47 that autism can carry. Weapons, they carry different kinds of weapons, knives, they carry. The moment before you know it, the family is gone. People live in fear of their families. Those of them that live abroad, that don't, they are not living at home. They don't know, they can't, they're not really there present. They have to be calling and calling and be afraid of their families because you do not know the next house they will go to. You do not know the next community they will enter. You do not know. People live in fear. That's what's the calling, the main point of crying out. People were crying and crying out because the government could not protect them. The government couldn't have protected them and do not protect them. They kill and they display it. After the killing, they display it, they celebrate it. And you were not to defend yourself. Because if you defend yourself, if anybody, any community, they try to defend themselves, the next day, the army will come. What they send their armies to come and arrest people. This is what is happening in the southeast. The part of southeast that they have lost so many young men, so many men, so many, so many fathers, so many brothers, so many cousins. They have lost so many in this guise of Nigerian army. When they come launch this attack, and the youths, they want to retaliate, they want to group themselves to fight back, to defend their people the next day, or they want to defend their farms the next day. The army will come and they will clear, they will burn down the whole house and go to the southeast. They have burnt down so many houses, they have killed so many businesses, they have arrested so many young men that we do not know where they have kept them. And in the disguise, they will call it what? People separatists. Who and what? They always find the name to give it. The authorities always find the name to name them. They do not want to talk about it. Not even the governors, not even the ministers, nobody. That is the alarming part of it. Why are they keeping quiet? Is it because they do not want to recognize it? Maybe because the international community will hear it. Oh, they want to do it. They want to keep silent. You too. They want you to. They want people to keep silent. Nobody will talk about it. But it has been happening. It has been very cold war. And when it was getting out of hand, they have to create another insecurity to give it a name, kidnapping. Oh, the kidnapping started moving, and they have to, start begin to push it and begin to recruit, from innocent people. It becomes politically. It becomes politically. So that at the end of the day, that's exactly what happened in the South. At the end of the day, they will name it to a particular group. They will name it a name that is, oh, it's so and so people that did it. But underneath, it was created so that they will not say, oh, there is no genocide. Oh, what is it? Because somebody like Ababio, he said, oh, it's happening. What about the insecurity in the Southeast? Is it Boko Haram that did? My God, why will you people? Why? What is happening? Everything were created politically. It was created. It was created politically for a cover up because they want to cover it up and they want to give a dog a name. It was created in the southeast because genocide was continually going on in the southeast. They have to begin to create different groups to give it a name, to continue to commit insecurity. And at the end of the day, they will point a particular station that they are the problem. They want to divert people's attention. And all of a sudden, they have come to deny that there is no genocide in Nigeria of Christians. If they were not, These people, the blood of those innocent people that were spilled, the bloods of families that were spilled, remains on the head of those people that are committing it and the present authorities. And why will a governor, sitting governor, be found in the midst of a terrorist? Then you think that the international world or communities were not seeing why the United Arab Emirates, okay, they brought out the list of those sponsoring Boko Haram. What did the authorities do about the list? Kept quiet. And people were talking in the Rise TV, in channels, in everywhere. Oh, they were talking. What about if it is true? Why is the government not saying anything? At the end of the day, government are not saying anything. They are piped down. They are swallowed. They kept quiet. Meanwhile, the others came. They talked about it from the Sahel. And they kept up. They knew it's true. They are sponsoring Boko Haram. They are sponsoring the killings. Why will a sitting minister will be found in the midst of sponsoring terrorists and is a sitting minister in the past government, governors, even in the Senate, a legislative house of assembly of a nation, found people sponsoring terrorists. And after talking about it, the authorities responsible become complacent. They are not hearing, they are not doing anything about it, while innocent bloods have been lost. Innocent blood have been split. They have been splitted. Men have gone, children, innocent children. They have been slaughtered, butchered. You can see the way they butcher people. And the government say, oh, they don't know about it. And the ministers are still ministers. The governors are still governors. And they come back to contest election. They come back to tell the people we care for you. Some of the past governors of the North. And where even the present elected INEC chairman now, Mr. Joe, send in your legal brief that you did in 2020, you cried out about this genocidal killings. You wrote it, you made a brief about it. What happened? Were there no genocidal killings of Christians and of people that you wrote about? And of course, today, in 2025, you became the present INEC chairman, and of a sudden, there is no more genocidal killings. There is no more killings. Even in the present Kwara state, what is happening today? People are being taken down there every day. What was it all about? What was it all about? What was it all about? So if anybody comes to say there is no genocide of Christians, then that person is a liar. Because the pastors, the few pastors that have the courage to speak out because of God, because of his holiness, they are doing the right thing. They are saying the truth. They are not hiding it. They spoke openly. They talked and they cry about it. How many lives have been lost in these churches? How many lives have been lost in these areas? So what are you talking about? It's because of this same killings, this same, everyday killings that opted Mazenam the Kanu when he could not hold it anymore. The silence of the authorities concerning the killings in the east, in the southeast of Nigeria. He clamored more that we cannot live with the people that are killing you every day. I used to remember when Mazenam the Kano would say, when you finish killing them in the east, and you go back, by the time you go back to your place, they have taken over your land. And exactly what they're doing. Because they came right in the southeast, they came as in the military uniform. Because this Boko Haram, when they commit all this crime, the government will remove them, will integrate them in the army, will remove their uniform as terrorists. Oh, we said they've given them state pardon. They will sponsor them. Some are being sponsored abroad to get, foreign education. Some are being married to give them houses, give them money, dine with them. It's all in the public domain. When you see a governor taking picture with a terrorist, with a terrorist that are destroying the land, destroying the lives of so many Christians. What did these Christians do? Mostly are Christians. They do more harm. They do not have mercy when they get to a Christian church. When they get to a Christian sport, their own is automatic. They integrate those people and they bring them down. They are into the army. These are the tactics they use in Southeast. And they bring them in the Southeast. The, the Southeast do not have peace. You know why? They bring these genocidal killings in every form. In the southeast, they come in form of armies that all over the roads of in the east, they're all militarized. Why? Taking over the whole place that the people no longer have peace. That their everyday life is being counted by this man. That when you challenge them, you are in trouble. You bring them to the police station, they are released. When you bring them to the police station, the moment you bring them, they are released. You cannot arrest them. You cannot do anything to them. And meanwhile, they are there in that land, in our land, and taking down young men, taking down, my God, some women, after they have used them, they kill them. That is exactly why the call for cessation become, very open and high, because we cannot be living among animals, among people that do not respect a human being. How can you live with somebody that want to take over your land? Because their quest is kill them and take over, kill them and take over. Then, on the other hand, you must ask, why were the government keeping quiet about it? That they cannot do anything. In fact, the thing is that even the weapons they are using to kill those people are the same weapon they have bought. Where are those arms coming from to their hands? Why were the soldiers, the army, with them, supporting them? The same army they have been integrated to. And you can open your mouth and tell the international world that there is no genocide, that you don't know about it, that it's not happening, oh my God, what are crooked lies? Then why were this, why would the government even accept when the part of the government are the part of the sponsor of this crime? Then you must ask, what is their motives? What is the motive of these killings? What are the motives of this people? What is it? And why are the governments keeping quiet? And at the shout of international intervention, everybody is crying their heads out. Oh, there is none. But the masses have been dying in silence, and the masses are afraid to even speak out. And it now boils down to tribalism that, oh, some sect want to defend their own people. Every sect want to defend their own people. They do not want to say, yes, that this is true, but it's been going on. People are living in fear of what will happen to them the next minute because they are saying the truth, because they are giving out the videos of what is going on. What of the Archbishop of Benue State? A man, such a man like that who have courage. They cannot speak out. They cannot lie. They have to say the truth because of their faith. They have to stand as men of God and tell the truth, no matter how much they are being offered. And why were the masses crying out, and now all of a sudden there is no longer Christian genocide. There is no longer genocide. There is no longer killings. And when they are killing, you expect the people that they are killing not to do anything. Because those people that are killing are so innocent. They do not have any arms. They do not have nothing to protect themselves, because you must not have. When you have, you're labeled the criminal. If you have, they label you a criminal. When you don't have, they label you a criminal, because you must remain silent. You must remain with your hands tied down, tied on the back, just empty. That people will come into your house that will kill you. What about somebody that they come to kill? He defended himself and the victim died, and they have to, you know, persecute the man. Why he killed somebody that came to kill him first in his house. The headsman, he defended himself and he had to be persecuted. Why? Because the law is for them. Because the law is protecting them. Because the people that say they are ruling are protecting them. That is the menace in the country. That is the menace in the country. And this suffice me say to say that this brings about, and why cessation is, every day. Why killing my people? Why killing my people? The only pastor in the part of Jos Plateau that is that has the grace to speak out is crying out there every day, is in the public domain. He has buried so many, and the blood of the people have entered his head that he no longer keeps quiet. He's crying for the whole world to hear. The same way Mazen Namdekano is crying out there for his people that have been killed and butchered, have been labeled criminals, secessors, because of what? They want to defend themselves. because they are speaking out. They no longer want what is going on. And they label that person a criminal. The whole world should know it. There have been so many killings in Nigeria and it has been recorded, and the whole world knew about it. So there is no point. And the sponsors of these people are known. They are known. They have released the names of those people. And if there are no, if there are no killings, why would the government keep quiet? Because they are not doing anything to protect the people, to do anything to bring the end of it. And now that America is talking, Donald Trump said if they're not doing anything, they will look as if they keep quiet because they know themselves. They will pretend as if there are no killings. But yet, even yesterday, early this morning, there are still killings in Nasarawa State. And the most genocide right now, I would call it the termination of Igbo state, that Igbo nation. If not, why will a man who have been notifying the government, who have been calling on the government about those killings that are going in the land. He's been calling on the authorities. He's been blowing the horn for the government to do something. And that man is in chains right now. Mazen Namdekano is in chains, right? What genocide is bigger than that? What they are doing to him right now. The man that is calling for the truth is being chained. While the bandits, the terrorists are loose out there, while the same authority are trying to protect them. And a man who is innocently crying out that alerted the whole world of the killings in Nigeria, the killings in the southeast, the evil that have been going on in the southeast, within the southeast people, within the whole country. Now that man is in chains and the terrorists are let loose. They are out there. Not even one is being prosecuted. Not even one is in court defending his right or defending or making his defense. But a man that is innocent is in the court today, crying, begging for his release, and they kept him, and they are judging him without a law. He is begging and asking, what law are you judging me with? What law are you using to judge me? And they could not answer, and they remained silent, and they want to bring him to life imprisonment, or they want to kill him. We don't know. Now, what kind of genocidal judgment is bigger than what they are already done? This is part of it, what we're talking about. And now they will deny it is not happening. What is the crime of that man? Because the moment you hold that man, you are holding everybody that is evil. And while those people will rise, while those people will talk, we are talking about the injustice being done to Mazen Namdekano, of the same injustice being done to Christians, being done to those that have been killed. They will call them terrorists. They will say, oh, these are terrorists. These are terrorists. They will go overnight. They kill them. They arrest them. Some of them we do not know where they have taken lots and lots and lots of them. Some families do not know where their children are. Because of what? Because of crying out for this same injustice. You should not talk. You will remain silent. It is happening right now. And tomorrow they said, oh, it did not happen. Where are the people that have been killing, having a killing spree? Not one of them is in court, but one man is in court defending his time. 10 good years defending a cause of alerting the world of what is going on. Aladdin bringing his case to the world, and they said, oh, they are using millions, they are using thousands of terrorists to demolish our places, to destroy people, to bring them down, and to take over. Where are the justice? Where are the humanity? Where are the humanity? And where is the government? We are not talking about any more democracy because these people do not know nothing like democracy. Democracy is not for them. They are far too far from democracy. And they are right there anytime, any day to defend it. Even the people that have spoken against it long time ago, the people a lot. The present INEC chairman, Joyce, or whatever is your name, Mr. Joe, San Ojo, or whatever, where is what you have written before? The brief that you've made before, you've spoken before concerning this genocidal killings. It did not come from me. It is in the public domain. In 2020, you wrote it. And in 2022, you can defend it or defend the authorities or defend the land or whatever, I don't know, to admit that such a thing went on. If it weren't going on, why would you write that brief that you called in? At least you two called in for international whatever intervention. You were calling in for help. And there have been so many discussions that went on. If the government could not handle it, why can't they call for international help? And today, Donald Trump said if and the help was let loose, and all of a sudden there is this defense. Oh, there are no killings. No killings of Christians. In fact, they're killing the Muslims, they're killing everybody, they're killing those that are not Christians. And this is now the way they have packaged it. But the truth is that there have been killings, there have been this genocide. It's been going on and it has never stopped. It hasn't stopped. Because if whatever they want to do to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they do it, they will never stop. Because the current persecution of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is part of these killings. You are killing the heart of people. You are killing people the more. You are waiting to see what people will do. A man who is innocent. A man, if you listen to his broadcast, he's been trying to, tell the government of the things, the ways they have been doing, what they've been doing, the corrupt government. He has been trying to call them out. He's been trying to say, to bring them to the awareness of the things that are doing wrongly. And this man is being dragged, chained today. And you say there is no genocidal killings and of Christians. Who told you they do not know who are Christian and who are not? And if not, why would they burn the churches and after that they will sing of their victory, praising their God? And what is the sign of it? People are tired of living in a such country because they do not know which community will be the next. People are no longer safe in traveling because there are killings everywhere. There are these killings everywhere. And people now are afraid to speak out. They are afraid to speak out. There have been killings, and the killings continues. It is still continuing. There is no sane man that will come out, lay his blood down, his life down, calling out upon the authorities that do not do nothing. People like Mazen Namdekano, he's not saying, you think he's speaking it out. People like the Plateau pastor, Dashimor, is it of the help about what the other pastor? I mean, these are the ones that have courage. These are the ones. And what will you say of the others that have refused to speak out? Then you people are part of that system that are sponsoring this evil. At least we're talking about the north, but the one that is by our side, the one that is on our body, the down in the southeast, we know about it. We have cried and cried and cried and spoke and called. The fact is, government do not listen, and we are begging for help. Who is gonna help us? Who will help us? Our people and our land have been taken over, and they say those people that want to protect their land. When you come up to protect their land, you become a terrorist. You become a terrorist, and they should be wiped away. They should be manhandled. They should be persecuted. Oh my God. What a government, what an authority. What an authority. What is happening? Why will a governor sit with a terrorist with filled with arms all around him and begging him to do what? If you were not involved, if they are not, why will you call them and you beg them? Why? Why begging them? Why the pit? I mean, why will a terrorist that has been wanted be found in a governor's house and in a government official house? And these things have been overlooked. They have been overlooked. The one now, Otto is not there, Autumn, but at least in Benue State, we saw the one that happened where they cleared out the whole communities and burnt out so many. It is all in the public domain. The fact is that some of these killings, the authorities do not want the mainstream media to carry the news. They don't allow them, they don't want them to carry the news. They can't carry the news because when they carry the news, it looks like it's original, it's the truth. But thank God that there is the main media that people could see, people could bring in pictures, people could come and testify. And when everybody, people will come to testify, to tell the truth, you become an order. You become a meat to be hunted. A meat to be hunted. They can arrest you, put you away, and name you. Automatically reverse it, and you become the terrorist, while the main terrorist is at large. He's moving around, having a field day, marrying, eating his money, even the money they got. Because those people, while they kill and they kill and they kill, they turn them into kidnapping, and they're taking ransoms on innocent people. They give it a new name. And you will see them sharing this money. You will see them sharing this money. You will see them with helicopters dropping their weapons to them, and you will wonder, who are those people working for? The kind of weapons they have, they are really automatic. And they kill, they go. You cannot touch them. They are to be protected, because they have told us that they are part of them. They do not hide it when they talk about it. Now, why are you crying? There are no killings. Why are you crying? You people used to tell us that those people, the terrorists, they are your brothers, they are your soldiers. A touch on them is a touch on you, not on us. And right now, those the few, they are within the government, they are eating from the government, they are protecting them. They are now speaking, from the front of their head and the back of their head, that there is no what? No killings, no genocide. Because I haven't seen any one of you where those killings happened, you never visited. There is no governor that can visit that place to say, oh, what happened? To defend the people that lost their people, that lost their land, that lost their farms. No, they do not go. They do not go to sympathize. Rather, they all keep silent. Then why are the silence? And right now, all of a sudden, they come together to say there is no killing. Because if you say there is none, that means you were part. That means you people are all in one. Then if government are joining hands to destroy their own people, then there is a cause to that. There is a reason to that. Who will speak for these dead people? Nobody has got the right to speak for them. Nobody can come to help them. Nobody is able to help them. They are helpless. People have become helpless in Nigeria. People have become helpless. They don't know where to fall in. They don't know who to help them. They only go where they see light. They are looking for light. They are looking for light, where light will come from, because they no longer can take it. They don't know who else would be the victim. And you have mouth to say, Jared, no genocide. And all those people that have in the past, they have condemned those killings, are today standing to say there are no killings. What have come over you? But remember, internet, do not forget. It is there. It bears witness against you. It bears witness against you. So today, I will use the same medium, the same time, to tell you that it is still going on. That one man stood a trial today, Mazinam the Kanu. Watch it out. What did he do? Because he condemned the killings, because he called out for the authorities that have failed to do their job. And he's calling on referendum, and he is being labeled a terrorist, whereby those that have been caught in openly, that have been cutting children down, child in the womb of the mother is being slaughtered. Mazen Namdekanu did not do any part of it, did not carry any gun. And today, remember, that should be a genocidal killing, because you are trying to terminate. You are trying to kill a race. You are trying, what you're doing is trying to eliminate a race. Because if you eliminate or you remove or you condemn an innocent man, if you condemn an innocent man, you automatically condemn that race, his people. Stop the killings. Stop the killings. Stop the killings. Or do what? Allow the people to go. Allow the people to live in their lands, to worship their God, to make their own living. Let them mind themselves. Let them live on their own. Take care of themselves. Instead of wiping them away. Instead of seeing fault in everything they do. Instead of labeling them or trying to destroy them, their youth, and in a whole, sell their lands. Then allow them to go. If you do not have a reason why those places should be destroyed, why those people should be killed, then ask those people that have left their houses, the communities that have been abandoned because of fear. They can no longer live there. You are afraid to go home because you don't know what will happen. Because the place they destroyed, they take over. At the end of the day, you play the rule that nothing is happening. Then which way, Nigeria? Which way? Which way to go? If up till now, Nigeria is not better. Look at the time of Sonny Okosan. They have asked you which way to go. Until now, you have been blinded. You have been doing, you have failed the people. You have turned people into robots. They cannot speak. They are fearful. They are afraid. They don't know where to land. manipulation upon manipulation, killings upon killings, and at the end of the day, oh, the country is good. They come to sing for those that are benefiting from that same government. They have to protect. They do protection wall of where they are benefiting from. The masses who are vulnerable, they don't know where to land. The masses, because of hunger, because of this killing, because they are afraid, they can no longer speak. Fear of the unknown. After seeing those whole dead bodies every day, we're seeing dead bodies. Every day we're seeing people cut into pieces. Every day we're seeing houses burned. Everywhere we're seeing businesses burned. Everywhere we're seeing dead bodies, children cut off, pregnant women raped, and all the wise. And at the end of the day, they said there is no genocide. They said, oh, Christians are in peace. And we said no. Because what we're saying is the truth and only the truth and only the truth. And you think these countries, the international community or the international world have not seen it. They do not know about it because they do not do investigations. They have done their investigations. They have seen exactly the truth. They have seen the truth. And on the truth, we stand. And that will bring me to the end of today's topic. Because there is actually killings in every part of Nigeria. There is no security. There is no security. You don't know where you will fall the next minute. You don't know where you will fall the next minute. The bushes are not safe. The bushes are not safe. The roads are not safe. They are all over the places. And the authorities say they do not know. Because one, they carry the whatever. They carry all their protection. They have their cars protected. They have securities all over protecting them everywhere they go. They carry banks and banks of security. What about the poor man? What about the vulnerable people? What about the communities? When a governor is looking away from the killings that is going on in his land, when you will wake up in one morning, you see dead bodies slaughtered, you see the communities dead in the night, they all run inside the bush, they all run away. Because the terrorists are dead, the bandits are dead, the headsmen are dead. And a whole governor will say, oh, there is nothing. He doesn't even go there. He doesn't even care. He cannot talk about it. He pretends as if nothing happens. Before, when you will talk about it, he will claim, oh, they are community crisis, the headsman crisis. Who is crisis with a headsman? That such a thing doesn't happen about crisis. That you will be in your house. Somebody will come before the morning. Your houses are being taken. People are already dead. People are because the moment it happens, people the ones dead, the ones that could escape, start running and escaping. The ones they kill, they are dead. You do not have nothing to fight them. You are even afraid of fighting them because of what? The next day when you fight them, the authorities will come, they will clear you. They will pack everybody or they will burn down the houses. That's have been the system we've been living. My people have been living every day. You do not challenge them. You do not talk. Then why will you not, out of fear, we say there is no genocide? Because people no longer believe in the government. There is no protection for them. If Mazen Namdekano would have been singing a new song, if Mazen Namdekano would have said, okay, no problem, you people are doing well, there is no genocide, there is nothing evil, corruption, whatever, everything is okay. No, I do not do again. Then Mazen Namdekano is free. But because he said no, because it's a voice that could stand for his people and said no, then let us prosecute him. But these ones that have been burning down our house, that have been killing, destroying, where are they today? They are right there, moving at night, moving by day, and they are free. And the government is telling them, well done. The government is playing with them. Everybody have testified to it. The courageous journalists, some of them that are courageous, that could speak the truth, have been begging that the killing should stop. And the government is not doing anything. And at the end of the day, they said they want to send delegates to America to do what? To defend. At the end of the day, they want to openly defend the killings that it's not going on. We are all here. Everybody, to let me know. How many times in the southeast we cry, we call? Who are we calling? The people that do not care for us? Who are we calling? The people who do not care about human blood. They do not care about human beings. They do not go because we've every day we are called. Thank God for the media today. Thank God for the media today. Because if left for the authorities alone, they are not doing anything. They know about it and they do not want to do anything. That is so alarming. The reason why they want to just, keep on watching, is what is it? What do you gain? Politics of politics. The ones that stand out to speak, they are to be brought down. That automatically the people that are committing this evil are innocent. And the ones calling out for the evil to be taken care of, that one is being persecuted. Not, I will not use the word anymore, persecute, is being persecuted. They are doing everything, to persecute it out because he's spoken, because he's fighting for his people. They must bring him down. It is all in the public domain. It just happened yesterday. It's happening every day. It has happened for many years. Or maybe the same people, they are people, the people that are fighting with the What a country. What a country. And you think the blood of those that have been slaughtered, that have died in this slaughtering, they will not speak. They are clamoring for help. They are clamoring for help. If the church, those of them that are responsible, many of them, of the leaders, if you cannot speak out, shame on you. But there are people out there, the dead bodies and their blood and their spirit are speaking, they are calling. They are calling, they are speaking, and they will not relent. We are calling on justice. We are calling on help. We are calling on help. If the authorities themselves, if the government themselves cannot defend its citizens, the citizens are calling for help because they are helpless. They have seen a lot and they are calling for help. A help that will come for them. And we need help so that more will not happen. So that more will not happen. So that we are calling for help. That what is about to happen, that Mazen Namdekano should be given a fair trial, should be released and should be stopped. They should stop persecuting him. Give him a better trial. Release him. Because for those that are calling for the release of him and protesting for the release of this same man, they are calling the wrong people. They are calling the terrorists. They are calling bandits. Because you should not speak the right thing. You should not say the right thing. And the world should see it now. And those of them that know the truth should speak out now. Because this is another genocide. Persecuting a man who did not do anything. A man who did not do anything. So the laws are protecting the terrorists. That's why he's asking, in what law? These are part of it. Do the right thing. And of course, are we saying do the right thing? We are asking for help. For those that could not help, nobody could help himself because you have a rule over your head. Because you cannot call out boldly the evils that are going on. Then we need help. We need help. It has come to a point that we do not hide with killings to stop this inhumanization, to stop this evil, to stop the persecution. Wonderful people of Biafra, we cannot stop. We must continue to call a spade a spade. We must continue to tell them the truth. We must continue to call out the evil. And the authorities, the governments will do something better if they wish. That is if they are not part of what is going on. We are not the ones saying it. They are the ones sponsoring it and they know why. They know the reason. We are actually calling for help to help the helpless people, the helpless nation. Wonderful people of Biafra, God bless you. Lovers of freedom, God bless you. Till next week, we shall continue. Please spread the good news. Let this message get to everyone. There is genocide, there are killings, there are all sort of dehumanization going on, and we need help, and we are calling for help. Since the authorities cannot help, since they are not doing any better thing to help, then we need a help. See you same time next week. Veronica at the Jesus BTV Europe. Thank you.